My name is Ray McCarthy. I ride on a ferry from Yonkers to Lower Manhattan, and it's the most wonderful commute I can imagine. So I leave the house in the morning, I pick up the newspaper, I go out to the car, I start the car, I go over and pick up my friend Alan May, who's a fellow commuter with me. I drop him off, he picks up the coffee, I park the car, we meet up again and we walk over to the ferry. One of the first things I notice when I get on the ferry in the morning is the sky and the water in a way that I didn't ever notice before. The years that I commuted on Metro North, it was monotonous. Now, my friend Alan says, we not only get the cost of a commute with our ticket, we also have an amusement ride, because when the boat crosses a wake, then all of a sudden we get a bit of up and down, and we can settle in after the wake is done and we continue on our way. When the ferry service started from Yonkers, they offered a free coupon, and after taking that free ride, I felt as though I was relaxed enough to have just rolled out of bed. And it was almost an ethereal feeling. In December of '07, I was downsized from the financial institution I used to work for. And then in March of 2008, I was fortunate enough to get a new position. And during that period of unemployment, my morale was pretty poor. My wife convinced me that taking the ferry was something that was worthwhile for me. The way you feel when you get to work and the way you feel when you come home at night is worth the additional $1.60 a day. You won't know that until you experience it, but you know how you feel when you're on vacation? That's the way you're going to feel when you get off the ferry. The main difference in my life in taking the ferry versus taking the subway in Metro North is that I make it my business to get up and get out in the morning in order to catch the ferry, one of the two sailings, and I make it my business to finish my work in order to be able to catch the ferries coming home at night. Once we've passed 39th Street and taken on the passengers there, we head down to World Financial. We look at the different building styles. My friend Alan especially notices the buildings that stick out, that don't fit in with the rest of the architecture. We disagree about that. He wants symmetry and commonality, and I like difference. So I like the buildings that don't look like they fit in. The city is a vibrant place. There's always something going on, and you can see that even from halfway across the Hudson River. What I see is a return of vibrancy to a city that was decimated when 9/11 happened. That's the spirit of the city of New York. And I can see that from the water. The ferry pulls into the World Financial stop. I walk through the ferry terminal onto Manhattan Island, and then I walk through Roosevelt State Park. And to say that this is the icing on the cake of my commute is an understatement.